Hello everyone. Last session we have seen about the case type in Constellation. Today I'm gonna show you about the view. We know the Constellation name itself says it's view based UI, whereas in all other lower environments we had section based UI. So that is what we are gonna see now. Let me switch to Dev Studio. Let me open the case type. So we are going to work on this delivery request now. Okay, first we'll see how to create a view. So for example, this is my the existing view. Okay, in section, like we used to create a section and we used to link that into the flow action. That is how we do in lower environments. But whereas here, we will not be able to create a view separately because view is it will be the JSON format, and we will not be able to edit like how we have done in the lower environments, because in the lower environments it used to be in the template format, we go and edit it. But whereas here, whenever you need to create or view or update the view, you need to do it from the case type only. So let me create one new view here. So here I'm gonna collect information. I'm gonna mark this as collect partner additional info. So this is the view I created. Once you create the view, you will be able to see the option on the right side as a configure view. So when you open this configure view, we have three tabs. In the display tab is where we used to add all our fields, like whatever properties we are going to show on that UI, those properties we used to include over here. And the condition is where we will be able to write a condition for this view. You see here, we can add the validations conditions here. Those things we will be able to control on the conditions. And the pre or post action, it's kind of the data transform. We can define the data transform for the pre flow action and the preview, and this is for the post view. So now we'll talk about the view. So here we see the template. Template is something, um, it's kind of a the template. We know the template, what is mean by template, right? So that is something we will be able to update here. So when you create new view, we have an option to update the template here, and this is for the name of the view we created. If you need to see the id, class, rules, it all this details will be present over this eye icon. And the column layout, the layout will be like whatever column layout you want to have, you can have it. As of now they have only three column layout. If you want to have more than this, we can implement a custom component to bring the I mean more than three column layout, like what. So as of now they defined all this based on the um, in the screen, based on the screens only. So if we go beyond 3, then the screen might not look good. That's the reason they have given maximum as 3. But in our project we had a recommend to show 5. So our client has accepted for the 5 layout, even there is a small gap in the UI template, in the UI format in the mobile, they are okay with that. Because few business, they won't be having the mobile or tab layout format. So in those cases we can go for the maximum number of layout format we want. So that is something can be achieved using the custom components. For now I'm going with the 2 column layout. This is the instruction, and when I go down, here is where we had the fields. So we have an option to add a field to the view, or even if you want to include some other view into this view also we can add. And this is how we had a view here. For example, I'm in the delivery request, right? So I need to include the delivery request details like city, commit date, and so for example I'm adding 4 field from here. So I've added 4. Okay, so we have 4 here, and the gear icon will have a configuration for this particular the particular property type. Okay, so if you want to create new field, how we can do? There is a add new field, and when we click on add, we have an option to create a new field. When we select this, for example, I want to enter some field as a name. So name field is going to be text property, and the length, what is the maximum length, and what is the expected length, all these things we can provide here. And if you want to update the type, we can update here. So as I have given name as your property, I need text. So when you do submit, so this view is basically to minimize the customization, because in section we will be able to do like a number of customization, whereas in view it's like lots of limitations we have. Whatever we have already have, we will be able to use it. If you want to bring something new, then we have to go with the component route only. Okay, now I have added this fields. Now I'm gonna show you the configuration. This is the pick list. Okay, how we give. So here we have an option. We created this for a pick list item as a drop down. We can provide, even for the radio button, we select the option as a pick list. Now we are using the drop down, and what is the field label, and what is the type. All these things are like whatever we had in lower environments, there is no change in that. The placeholder, helper text if you want to provide something for this, and the visibility conditions, all these things are from Pega 7, or the lower environments of Pega like 6, 7, 8. All this add this informations for the sections. So this is how it has. Let me go and submit. This configuration, this gear icon information will vary based on each property type. For example, so now we have seen for a pick list. Now I'm gonna show you for a date and time. So for the date and time property, you see the mode, we already seen the mode is common, but the locally. So what is the, so these informations are specific to the type you are selecting for that particular property. Based on the type, this will vary. And for the visibility, so this is something like always if not blank, this is something we already know. And when condition also we already know, we can create one when condition, we can link it over here. And for the custom conditions, it's kind of a expression we build in Pega, the lower environments, right? We select a field over here, what is the field, and what is the operator, and what is the value it is we are going to verify against. Those informations we can provide, and we can add the visibility based on this. This is how we had a view. Now let me go back. And and one more thing, if you observe here, when we are updating the layout, the column layout, so you see when I update this as a one, the save is happening in the backend. If you see, I didn't do the submit. So whenever we make changes, the save will happen in the backend. We don't even need to save it. So this is how it works. And even for like when you don't want something and you removed from here, but you might think I have not submitted, I've not clicked on submit, but that property is still missing. So in Pega 7, what we do, so unless we do save, the changes will not be reflected in the UI. So, but in Constellation, it is not like that. Whenever you do some changes here, immediately the changes will be effective in the backend. So, whenever you are making some changes, make sure that if it is needed, then only do it. Otherwise, it will be confusing. The reason I will tell you why. So, now I have enabled this branch development, right? Let me go to this branch and show you. As of now, I updated only the view rule, and since the view is in the case type, the case type will get updated. But in the back end, let me go and open this branch. Let me do submit this as well. Okay, let me remove this, I don't want this. Do submit and see. Let me go back to the branch here. So delivery service branch. Okay. So you see, I have touched only few rules, right? But you see how many rules got created in the backend. This is what happened. We know the flow we updated, so we are okay with that. Case type we are okay with that, and the flow action I have updated to flow actions, so we are okay with it. You see the report definition. Since I added one property, new property, the report definition got updated. We are okay. You see, this is something new in Pega Constellation. Whenever you try to create a view or update a view, we see the localization will get updated for that particular view. So for each view, we will have a localization in the backend. This is something new. And you see, the views we updated, all this view got updated over here. This is the reason I was telling. So you might think you have not updated, and when you are trying to remove something from here manually, so you have to, if you are removing the view, it's not only view you have to remove. So you have to remove the localization which has been created for that particular view. So that's why we have to be very cautious when we are implementing this view. So sometimes you will see, so even though you delete it from view, but you might think, oh, I have not submitted, but still I'll be able to restore. That is not a case. So when you do delete it, instantly the save will happen in the backend. You will lose the property which you have already removed it. So we have to be make sure, if we really don't want, then only we have to remove this. This is how we do the view configuration for the constellation. Yeah. So if you have any doubt in this view, do reach out to me. And that's all for today's session. I'll come up with a new topic on the next session. Thank you.